All right, today we're going to dig into something that's quietly starting a revolution in agriculture. People often call it black gold, but honestly, its true value goes way beyond just a catchy nickname. We are talking about potassium humate and how it's creating a whole new path forward for the very foundation of our food system, our soil. So let's get into it. You know, for decades, farming has basically been a story about chemical inputs. We've pushed and pushed for higher yields, but often that came at a really high cost. And this total reliance on a chemical-first approach has brought us to this critical crossroads. It's forcing us to ask some really tough questions about the health of the land itself. In the fallout from this kind of predatory farming, it's pretty clear to see. Our soils have become compacted, almost like concrete, making it super hard for roots to grow. Fertilizers, they're becoming less and less effective, so you need more just to get the same result. And maybe worst of all, that vital, invisible ecosystem of microbes in the soil, it's just disappearing. It's pretty obvious a paradigm shift isn't just a nice idea. It's absolutely necessary. We have to move from just dumping chemicals to actively repairing the soil. And this is where our solution starts to come into focus. High-tech potassium humate, like this one from Ondi Technology, is a seriously powerful tool in this big shift towards biological repair and, physiological regulation for our farmlands. So how do we know this isn't all just marketing fluff? Well, we look at the data. This certificate of analysis right here, this is our blueprint. It lays out the exact technical specs that make this stuff so powerful. Let's break down the key numbers one by one. Okay. The first number that just jumps off the page is a big one, an organic matter content of at least 80%. But here's the crucial part. This isn't just any organic matter. It's mineral source, which means it's way more stable and way more potent. So think of it less like simple compost and more like high-energy fuel for the entire soil ecosystem. And what does that high-energy fuel actually do? Well, it physically rebuilds the soil from the ground up. It encourages the formation of what's called an aggregate structure, basically these small, stable clumps. This whole process essentially turns a hard, compacted brick of earth back into a living sponge. It creates space for air and water and lets plant roots finally breathe and thrive again. It's a complete physical transformation. But look, it's not just about the amount of organic matter, it's all about the quality. And the real magic, the secret sauce, lies in its composition, specifically the amazing synergy between two powerful components, humic and fulvic acids. Here's how these two work together like a perfect team. On one side, you've got humic acid. Think of it as the large molecule workhorse. It's the long-term soil conditioner, the one building the foundation for fertility. On the other side is fulvic acid. It's tiny, but it's the highly active one. Its main job is something called chelation, which is just a fancy word for grabbing onto nutrients that are locked up in the soil and making them available for the plant to actually use. It's like one builds the house and the other delivers the groceries right to the front door. So this dual acid combo effectively creates a green channel for plant nutrition. It doesn't just improve the soil, it directly boosts the plant's ability to absorb nutrients and makes it way more resilient against stresses like drought or cold snaps. Now, a product can have all these amazing chemical properties, but if you can't use it efficiently, its value is pretty limited, right? And that brings us to a key feature that makes this stuff a perfect fit for modern precision agriculture. The key here is 100% water solubility. And trust me, this isn't some minor detail, it is a total game changer. For advanced farming systems that use drip irrigation or sprayers, anything less than complete solubility means clogged nozzles, wasted time, and literally money down the drain. This feature makes it perfectly suited for a technique called fertigation. This is where farmers feed and water their crops at the exact same time, right through their irrigation systems. Being 100% soluble means every last gram of this stuff can be delivered directly to the root zone with incredible precision. That's how you maximize its efficiency and impact. And you can tell there's a deep understanding of what farmers actually need, because it comes in three forms. The powder is perfect for making liquid fertilizers because it dissolves the fastest. The granules are tough, designed for mechanical spreaders. And those high-purity flakes we saw on the analysis certificate, those are ideal for premium applications. So we've covered the physical structure and the nutrient delivery, but there's another crucial role potassium humate plays. It actually repairs the soil's chemical balance and directly improves the quality of the crop. So, a huge problem in modern farming, especially from overusing nitrogen fertilizers, is soil acidification. Well, this product is alkaline, with a pH between 9 and 10. That makes it a natural buffer, helping to counteract all that acidity you find in overworked farmland, and bringing the soil back to a healthier balance. It's like an antacid for the earth. Okay, so let's connect the dots here for a farmer. That high pH, that acts as the buffer against acidity. The significant potassium content, at least 12%, that's key for things like making fruit sweeter and better. And remember that chelation from the fulvic acid? It helps the plant absorb that potassium way more efficiently. For a farmer, all of this translates directly to higher quality crops and, well, a better price at the market. So as we start to wrap this up, it's crystal clear that this is so much more than a simple fertilizer. It's a multi-purpose, high-tech tool for managing soil health. It acts as a soil conditioner, a nutrient enhancer, and a plant growth regulator, all rolled into one. One source described it with this quote, and I think it's just perfect. This type of technology, it really is a bridge. It connects the power of modern industrial production with a renewed respect for the health and the dignity of the land that sustains us all. And that leaves us with a final, and I think, a crucial question. In our relentless push for higher and higher yields, have we kind of forgotten about the very lifeblood of agriculture itself? Products like this suggest we're finally starting to remember, and that the black key to a sustainable future might just be found by looking down and rebuilding the health of our soil. Thanks for joining me.